So you've seen the headlines, right? Venture capitalists have poured over $500 billion into AI in just the last 5 years, all of them chasing the next huge breakthrough. But what if I told you the really smart money is quietly pivoting to something else entirely? Something that powers everything, but that most of us completely take for granted.
Okay, check this out. 50%. Right now, up to half of all new AI data center projects are hitting major delays, or they're being canceled altogether. And the reason isn't a lack of brilliant software or a shortage of chips. It's something much more fundamental.
So what is it? What's the one thing that could actually stop this multi-trillion-dollar revolution in its tracks? Well, the answer is kind of shocking, and it's hiding in plain sight. It's not about code, it's not about silicon, it's power. We are literally running out of juice to fuel our own future.
All right, let's get into it, because this isn't just some small issue. It's the single biggest opportunity that almost nobody is talking about. Welcome to what's being called the AI power crisis.
I mean, just look at the scale of this problem. Goldman Sachs is projecting that AI data centers alone are going to drive up power consumption by a staggering 175% by 2030. That's not just growth, that is a vertical explosion.
And here's the kicker. Our public power grid, the one we all plug into every day, it was never ever built for this kind of demand. A lot of this tech is a century old. It's like trying to run a brand new hypercar on an old bumpy dirt road. It's not going to work. Something's got to give. And if you want to see the bottleneck in black and white, here it is. Globally, there are plans for 190 gigawatts of new data center capacity. But you want to know how much is actually under construction right now? 5 gigawatts. Just 5. The gap between our ambition and our reality is massive, and it all boils down to a lack of power. So you gotta wonder, right? What are the biggest companies on the planet doing about this? Well, they're not just sitting around waiting. Behind the scenes, there is a desperate secret scramble happening right now. We're talking about Amazon, Google, Meta, the Titans. They've all figured out the secret. To be a leader in AI, you can't just be a tech company anymore. Out of sheer necessity, you have to become an energy company.
Yeah, you heard that right. They are literally building their own power grids. They're going off-grid, building on-site generation, creating hybrid systems, whatever it takes to get around our ancient public grid and keep their AI dreams from dying.
And this is where it gets really interesting for us, because every single crisis creates a gold rush. And this one isn't happening where everybody thinks it is.
Look, all the hype, all the headlines are about these shiny new trillion-dollar AI models. But the reality, the dirty little secret, is that all that futuristic software is completely dependent on power grid technology that's 140 years old. We're building the future on a foundation from the past.
You know, the old saying from the gold rushes is true. The most reliable fortunes weren't made by the people digging for gold, but by the folks who sold them the picks and shovels. And in this AI gold rush, the new picks and shovels are the technologies that generate, convert, and manage electricity.
So you're probably wondering, what does a modern pick and shovel actually look like? Let's break it down, because it's probably not what you're thinking.
It all starts with something called the transformer crisis. And no, not the movie characters. I'm talking about that boring gray box you see on utility poles. That piece of tech is based on a design from the 1880s. It's huge, it's slow, and it's nowhere near efficient enough for the insane power density AI needs.
This is going to blow your mind. For just one new AI server rack, the old-school power equipment needed to run it can take up twice as much physical space as the servers themselves. Think about that. It's a physical impossibility. We've hit a literal wall.
So the solution and, the real opportunity comes down to 3 key pillars of innovation: power conversion, grid-scale batteries, and grid management software. This is the new tech stack for the 21st century.
First up is power conversion. We all hear about GPUs, but the next massive hardware revolution is in solid-state transformers. Think of these as intelligent, silicon-based power converters that are radically smaller, faster, and way more efficient than their 140-year-old ancestors. Second, grid-scale batteries. The thing with AI workloads is they aren't steady. They spike like crazy. So you need massive, long-duration batteries. Think 100 hours of storage that can act like a shock absorber, storing huge amounts of energy and deploying it in an instant to stop everything from crashing.
And third, you need the brains of the whole operation, grid management software. This is the really cool part. Think of it as air traffic control but for electrons. It's the intelligent software layer that manages all this power flow with microscopic precision, making the whole new system actually work together.
So, here's the crucial point. When you put all of this together, investing in this new energy infrastructure isn't just a smart bet on AI. It's actually something much more powerful. It's the ultimate AI hedge.
What do I mean by a hedge? It means you get to participate in all the explosive growth of the AI revolution, but you have a built-in safety net, a protective floor that shields you even if the software hype bubble decides to pop. And here's why it's such a solid bet. Even if AI stumbles, the rest of the world is still electrifying everything. Heavy industry, transportation, our homes, it's all going electric. So this new power infrastructure, it has to be built, with or without AI. The demand is practically guaranteed.
So, as you think about the future, remember this. While everyone else is looking at the sky for the next software unicorn, the real, foundational opportunity is right here on the ground. Because the best AI investment, well, it might not be in AI at all.